Hello everyone, and welcome back to one of these form of videos again, because I kind of wanted to do a movie review again. Yes, they're back. Shock and horror. Yes, I haven't done these in a while, because the last one I did was Avengers Endgame, I think, and that was a long time ago. Yeah. I thought, why not do these again? And I know I said I'd play Saints Row the Third, and I did. I played it, I recorded a video, it was going well, and then the game crashed on me, and it caused my laptop to shut down and not work for ages, which panicked me. So I thought, let's not do that video. So I thought I'd bring this back just for shits and giggles. These will be returning, for I will be... because I realised I have a collection of DVDs all in here, films and TV, so I'll be doing some TV reviews as well. Yes. The wrestling reviews will also be coming back. That will be at the end of the month, for the Royal Rumble will be at the end of the month, and I'll be reviewing that and hopefully watching it. I don't know if I will. I might be, I'm not sure. I'll have to wait and see. Yes, the first film that we shall be doing, and this will be in alphabetical order. The one that I did before was in release order, for it was when I first saw it. And this one is Ant-Man and the Wasp, or as the British people call it, Man and The Wasp. Yes. This is a film. A Marvel. Yes, it is a film. Yes. Yes, me. Thank you. It's a Marvel film. And it stars Paul Rudd, this little man, as Ant-Man. I nearly said Paul Rudd as Paul Rudd. No. Paul Rudd as Scott Lang or Ant-Man. And this lady, Evangeline Lilly, from Lost, you'll see Lost later, as the Wasp, or Hope Van Dyne, the daughter of Michael Douglas's character, Hank Pym. And this film, I shall read the blurb to you. It's not a book, but from the Marvel Cinematic Universe comes Ant-Man and the Wasp, still reeling from the aftermath of Captain America's Civil War. We'll get to that. Scott Lang is enlisted by Dr. Hank Pym for an urgent new mission. He must once again put on the suit and learn to fight alongside the Wasp. They join forces to uncover secrets from the past. Ooh. Yes, this film was directed by Peyton Reed, who I think directed the original. Yes, he did. He also directed films such as Yes Man, which is a film starring... I think it's kind of like Liar Liar, but it's a Jim Carrey film. But yeah, it's like where you can only say yes to things. Like if somebody said, "Oh, do you want to throw this rock up a chimney?" Yes, and then he has to do it. Don't know why chimney, but yes. Yes. So yeah, Peyton Reed directed the film. This film was released on the... well, it was something of... hang on. In America, it was released on the July 6th, 2018. I'm taking all this information off Wikipedia, by the way, it is like there. So, if any of this is wrong, that's not on me, that's on Wikipedia. I mean, it is on me for trusting it, but, you know. But yeah, it was written by a group of many people, such as Chris McKenna, who helped write Community, which is apparently good and I haven't seen. Eric Summers, I don't know who that is. And Paul Rudd is... him, man, not her, him. Yes. Yes. Ant-Man was originally created by Stan Lee, God rest his soul, not God, but rest his soul. Produced by Kevin Feige, because of course it was, because it's Kevin Feige. And it stars, Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Michael Pena as Luis. I think it's Luis. Is he on this? No, it's not. Oh no, he is. There he is. Right there. If you see him there. Walton Goggins, who is this guy over here. He is the kind of side villain. I can never remember his name. There's Bobby Cannavale, who's not on here. Judy Greer, David S. Malkian, Randall Park, who turns up in WandaVision. I may review WandaVision at some point. That'll be good. I need to rewatch that anyway. Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer as Hope. Spoiler by as Hope's mother, who is stuck in the quantum realm, which is when Ant-Man shrinks down so far he enters into a different dimension, and that's where he finds Janet. And in the comics, that's where it leads to the zombies alternate universe that she brings out, the disease that leads to the Marvel zombies. But that's not what happens in the animated series. You also have Lawrence Fishburne as Goliath, as a retired superhero called Goliath. And he is a kind of a rival of Hank Pym, in that Hank Pym stole his ideas and ran away. Yes, and finally, Michael Douglas as Hank Pym, the original Ant-Man. In the comics, he's the original Ant-Man. Yes. Oh, and also, this lady, Hannah John Carmen, she plays Ghost, who is the main villain, who's just kind of wants revenge on... She wants revenge on Hank Pym for murdering her dad, I think. I think it's like some form of experiment, and she's kind of taken revenge. I think it's on Hank Pym. I can't remember who it's been revenge for, but yeah. Yes. So as I said, it was released on July 6th. It's less than 2 hours long, which is surprising for a Marvel movie, because Marvel movies tend to be 2 hours long. And the budget was between $130 and $195 million. And at the box office, it grossed $622.7 million, meaning that it profited by about $580 to $590 million, which is a ludicrous amount of money. But yes, the main plot is Scott Lang was placed under house arrest for being involved in Captain America Civil War. And Hank Pym and his daughter briefly managed to open a tunnel to the quantum realm. And Janet's been in there since 1987. And Scott Lang becomes connected to Janet and the mother and can speak to her, and so they use Scott to try and rescue the wife. And so Lang he breaks out of house arrest, but he pretends that he's in house arrest by making these giant ants. He puts a little thing. Oh, that's he kind of puts a thing on their thingy. Yes. On their leg. Puts it. Oh, what's it called? What's it called? The It'll be on here. Ankle monitor. There we go. I'll just say that. So as not to arouse the suspicions of FBI agent Jimmy Woo, who's played Randall Park, the guy who turns up in WandaVision. Yes. So they go to... there's a specific thing they need to go to the quantum realm to find the wife. And so that's where they bring in Sonny Birch, who is played by Walton Goggins, the side villain. And he kind of double-crosses them. There's some interesting things involving a salt shaker as they try and run away because it makes a giant salt shaker. Then this ghost appears, and the ghost escapes with the stuff and Hank Pym's lab, which he shrinks down so he can walk around with it. And so eventually, the whole film is that the rival to Hank Pym doesn't trust Hank Pym, and so sides with the Wasp, sides with the Ghost to try and stop Hank Pym, because he thinks that Hank Pym's going to use it for evil methods and sympathises with her. And even though Hank asks Goliath for help, he doesn't get it. And so they end up they get kidnapped by them. And then the FBI try and learn... not the FBI. Sonny Birch tries to learn where they are, so he can steal the thing back, because it's worth a lot of money. So Michael Peña's character Luis and David Asmalkian and the other guy, they bond together and try and steer Sonny Birch away, and that's where the Baba Yaga story comes about. And if you don't know the Baba Yaga thing, just search up David Asmalkian Baba Yaga. It'd be very good. And then towards the end of the film, Scott Lang has to, they distract the Ghost, Pym and Lang, Lang and Hope escape, and they distract the Ghost so that Scott can go into the quantum realm to rescue Janet. And so he does so, and Scott rescues Janet, and they return safely, and Janet allows, because Janet has some energy from the quantum realm that's still floating around her, and Janet kind of puts it into Ava to kind of make her no longer a ghost, because she's splitting between dimensions, but she's fine after this. And then Lang ends up going off to... Lang has to return home quickly to get to his house, because he's still under house arrest, and the police now know that he's under house arrest and that he's there. And yes, and so by the end, Wu releases him at the end of his house arrest, even though Wu thinks he knows that Lang had been escaping, because he suspects that he is Ant-Man. Well, he knows that he's Ant-Man, but he knows that Ant-Man was off doing some other stuff. And then the mid-credit scene, which is I wouldn't say it's the most interesting bit of the film, because I like this film. A lot of people forget it, but I think it's good. In the mid-credit scene, Lang goes into the quantum realm because they want to harvest some of the energy and maybe use it on other people. And then Lang's talking to Hope, Janet and Hank, and then all of a sudden their comms go dead. And Lang's going, guys, can you let me out? Because he's hung onto some string. And then all of a sudden the camera pans to outside the truck, because the truck has the whooshy thing, the quantum realm portal. And it shows the dust from Infinity War when Thanos snapped. It shows that those three have been snapped. And that's why in Endgame, Ant-Man is brought out of the van, and that's why he still thinks it's 2018, because he was just really, for him it was however many, I think it was for him it was 5 minutes, but it was 5 years. Yes, and that's the plot of the film. Yes. Personal opinions, I enjoyed it, because it was a nice palate cleanser film. It was the film that kind of was after Avengers. It's after a traumatic event, you go and comfort yourself. So I don't know, the famous stereotype of, after a bad breakup, you go and get a pot of ice cream, and you just sit there crying, watching a sad movie, eating ice cream. It's kind of that sort of vibe, I guess. And that's basically what happened. And yes, so Stanley's in the film as a man whose car is shrunk by accident during a chase scene, and he goes, ruddy kids. But who else is in this movie? This came out this was the last Marvel film of 2018. Because it was 3 in 2018. There was Black Panther, Infinity War, and this. And Black Panther I haven't discussed yet, but I will get to it. And then there's been a confirmation that there will be a sequel to this called Man and The Wasp: Quantumania. Here we are. Man and the Wasp grossed $216.6 million in the United States and Canada, and $406 million in other territories, and it became the 11th highest grossing film of 2018. Critical response, here we are. Rotten Tomatoes received an approval rating of 87%, with an average score of 7 out of 10. That's quite good. And a lot of people liked the film, that they didn't really... it got an average grade of A-. And apparently the original film got an A, so it's a downgrade, but it's still good. Gave the film 3 out of 4 stars, praised the actors. It's been nominated for some kind of Teen Choice Awards and stuff. Here we are, the sequel. A sequel, Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, is scheduled to be released on July 28th, 2023. Which will have everyone in this film reprise their roles. Catherine Newton will take over as Cassie Lang, who's Lang's daughter, who is not with his wife, who he fathered the child with. And she grew up in Endgame, and there's a really tender moment in that film. And she's going to be coming back as Cassie Lang, and Jonathan Majors will be joining as Kang the Conqueror. Yes. Which will be interesting, considering what happened in Loki. Yes. So personally, I really like this film. I know a lot of people don't like it because there's nothing much that happens in it. But I quite enjoy it. The villain, the actress is good. Maybe she doesn't have the best motivations in the world, but after Thanos, you didn't really need that. You just needed something to be nice and calming in a comedy film, which this was. It was like a comedy heist film. In a way, it felt, well, maybe not as good as, but it felt like the Marvel's version of Baby Driver. Maybe like a kind of a bootleg version, but it was still good. Even though Baby Driver probably had less of a budget than this. But, makes sense. Yes, so, I like this film. It's very good. I think that'll be it for this video. This is interesting to do these ones again. I like these. They're fun. I forgot how much I enjoyed them. This was what got me to do the films and the YouTube channel in the first place, and now it's just kind of developed from where it's from. But now I'm returning to what it was originally. So that was it for Man and the Wasp. Well, that's gone somewhere. Next is Avengers. I don't know which one this is. Because technically in alphabetical order, this should be... Yes, this should be Age of Ultron, but for some reason, when I bought this, it was in the Avengers Assemble case, but I also have the Avengers Assemble case for the actual Avengers film. So next will be Age of Ultron, which it was 3 years before this film. Because, Age of Ultron was released in 2015. One of 2 films, because this was when Marvel only did 2 films per year. And this was the Age of Ultron came out, and Ant-Man. And Ant-Man was the end of Phase 2. And Age of Ultron was kind of the film before that. Because I think Ant-Man came out in like October and Avengers came out in like June, July time, or May, I think. But yeah, we'll talk about that next time. Thank you for watching. Sorry this isn't Saints Row 3. Hopefully I'll return to a game at some point. It's just I wanted to do this again. So the next film will be Age of Ultron. Hope you enjoyed, and ta-ra.